I don't know who said this originally, but I remember there was a guy that came online where he basically said men don't like BBLs. They like naked women, and women with BBLs tend to be naked a lot. I think you could go further with that, and you could argue that whatever the beauty standard is in society, women that fit that beauty standard tend to feel more confident, so they tend to show off their bodies more, so they tend to attract more male attention, and so men tend to be drawn towards those women. Because it's interesting how like men were so obsessed with women that had like super curvy bodies, and now all of a sudden men are like obsessed with these like skinny women and are shaming any woman that's not like super skinny and things like that and whatever. And it's like, okay, did guys like all of a sudden just change what they were attracted to? No. But guys are going to be drawn to the women that show off their bodies more, and the women who are more confident are going to be the ones who show off their bodies more. More likely. There are some women who are very confident and love their bodies and don't, and I know the whole modesty culture thing is back, and that's a whole other rabbit hole I'm not going to get into, but generally speaking, the women that are going to show off their bodies are going to be women that fit whatever the current beauty standard is. And men tend to just be drawn to whatever woman is showing off her body and giving those women attention. You could make the argument that when men say they don't like women that show off their bodies, it's like, well, then stop giving all the attention to women who show off their bodies, because if you keep rewarding women who show off their bodies and giving them all your time, money, and attention, you're feeding into the problem. There's that. And again, I'm not telling anybody to, you know, decide to fit a beauty standard or anything to please men, but like, unfortunately, that's oftentimes things start snowballing, because like the media will create a beauty standard, and the women that fit that beauty standard, or the women who make themselves fit that beauty standard, tend to start showing it off, and then men tend to be drawn to them because they're showing off their bodies more, and men tend to be drawn to women who are showing off their bodies. So the women get rewarded with male validation, and then it just perpetuates the cycle.